Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I want to talk a little bit about getting back on track with your diet after you have been like traveling or you just like totally got off track or whatever. A lot of you know, if you've been watching my recent videos and following me on Snapchat and Instagram, that I have been traveling basically for the past month. My diet and workout routine has not been on track because we moved. James and I moved to Texas into our new apartment, and then after that we were here trying to find a gym and weren't exactly getting in all of our workouts, and we were homesick and just eating comfort food, and let me tell you, that was bad. And then we went on vacation. Now we're finally back home. We're back on track, and I just kind of want to share some of those tips and things that I used to help you guys in case you need some tips with getting back on track and getting back to your regular diet and feeling more like yourself. The first tip that I have and that I do myself is that if I need to get back on track, or if I did get off track or whatever, if I have a certain goal, I always make sure that I have some sort of plan for my diet, whether that be my macros, a meal plan, whatever. Once you know what your meal plan or macros are gonna be, or just you want to just get back on track with eating healthy foods, the next thing you need to do is just go grocery shopping. I showed that in my last video where James and I was kind of explaining that we're getting back on track with our diets. My biggest tip for going grocery shopping when you're getting back on track is to only get what you need and what is going to fit into your meal plan or macros or nutritious diet. So that means that you're not allowed to pick up those Oreos that look super good. Just only get what you need, only get what's going to make you feel better and get back on track. Because if you get those things, you're not gonna get back on track. I also recommend that when you're trying to get back on track that you pick up more nutrient-dense foods. You don't necessarily need to like stock up on all this stuff, but me personally, if I'm off track, I'm feeling really heavy, really gross, I just want some green stuff in my body, I always try to eat more fruits and vegetables when I'm getting back on track, because it just helps me feel like lighter and just better and more healthy. And so that's another tip that I have. It just makes you feel better, you know? Tip number 3 is to get your water in. Now I have my huge jug right here. This is 48 ounces. I love it because it has a straw. And the reason why it's so important to get water in whenever you're trying to get back on track is because you are most likely holding a lot of water from eating out, eating sodium-filled foods, eating more unhealthy foods, and being less active. Traveling causes a lot of water retention, so it's important to try to get hydrated and get your hydration back on track so that your body can just get back in line. It's gonna help flush out some of the bad stuff that is sitting in your body. And that's tip number 3. By the way, this is Bubba Cup, and I'm in love with it because it does have the straw and it's just so big. But another tip for drinking water is get something that has a straw in it, because then you just sit here and just, it's so much easier to drink than like tipping it. It makes them drink so much more water, and I don't know if it's just me, but that's what I recommend. Tip numero 4 is to get back on track with your workouts. Typically, whenever people are off track with their diets or their workouts, the other one is lacking as well. If you aren't working out, you're probably not going to be eating as well, and when you're not eating as well, you're probably not going to be working out because you just feel like crap either way. Also, whenever you're traveling, it's usually really hard to get a workout in. I know that that's like probably the biggest struggle whenever you're traveling, is trying to find a gym that doesn't cost $100 million to go work out for the day. And even if you have to go work outside, it's hard, and it's hard to just get moving while you're traveling. But whenever you get back home and you are ready to get back on track, I recommend just like making sure that you have a plan set in place. You need to know how many days you're gonna be working out during the week and what you're gonna be doing during those workouts. I also recommend that you do more cardio while you're trying to get back on track, especially like the first week. I know for me personally, I've been doing cardio every single day while I'm trying to get back on track. It's not a long time, maybe just like 10 minutes after my lift, but it does help me feel better, and it helps with, again, the water retention. It just makes me feel a lot better to just like sweat and feel like I'm really getting all that grossness out of me. I like doing more cardio when I'm trying to get back on track. It does kind of speed up the process, but you don't necessarily need to do more cardio than you have set in your plan. It's just important that you're getting active, that you're burning calories, you're getting a heart rate up, and you're sweating. Just get moving, make sure that you have a plan for workouts and being active, and that should make you feel a lot better too. Now, the final and most important tip that I have for you guys to get back on track is to not be too hard on yourself. I know a lot of people, whenever they do get off track with their diets or workouts, if they're not hitting their macros perfectly or whatever, they feel really, really guilty. And I just want to encourage you to not do that. It's really hard to not feel guilty just because, you know, you cheated on your diet, you were off track, you're not going to hit your goals anymore. You are, but life has its ups and downs, and you just have to remember that sometimes your diet and workouts aren't as important as some life events. I mean, this is life and things happen, and just because you weren't perfect with your diet or workouts doesn't mean that everything's gonna crumble. Give yourself time to get back on track. The first few days, maybe don't be so strict. Just try to get in your maintenance calories, or just eat nutrient-dense food. You don't necessarily need to track. Just get back to eating normal, healthy foods that nourish your body and make you feel good, and do activities that are gonna make you feel good. Like maybe you wanna go for a run, or just get back in the gym and just do a 20-minute workout or something. It's gonna be kind of slow to get back on track, and progress is not gonna happen immediately. It does take some time, but you will get back on track, and most importantly, just getting back to feeling more like yourself and feeling more positive and happy. So those are my main tips for getting back on track. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I know I got a lot of feedback on my Snapchat that I asked if you guys wanted this type of a video, so I hope you guys liked it and it was what you wanted, and I will talk to you guys soon.